Hey, what's up guys, back with another video here. So, in this video, as you read from the title and from the thumbnail, if I ever bother making it and I don't just use some random screenshot, I'm going to be ranting and raving about stuff you don't care about. Specifically, upcoming DLCs for games. Not Elden Ring, because that already has its DLC, and not Elden Ring spin-off, because I'm pretty sure that DLC came out a little while ago. But, I'm talking about Little Nightmares 3, Reanimal, and RE9, okay? Now, three really good games. I'm going to start with Little Nightmares 3, okay? Little Nightmares 3 should be longer. It should be longer. This game where when I was playing it, I found it really good, except for the second chapter, because the factory area is crap. Okay, that's the only area I thought was bad. Right, the new monster. That's about it. I didn't really care too much about it. But I believe that the last two chapters where it was when the game was just getting good, you know. It was picking up pace or whatever. So I was starting to enjoy it a lot more. And then it ended. See, Little Nightmares 1 and 2, they bloody have 5 chapters each, okay? The last chapter being significantly shorter than any of the other chapters. Because it's just, you know, a little conclusion thing, you know? But Little Nightmares 3 just ended when it was starting to get good. So it was a bit irritating to me, because it should have been longer of a game, you know? Because like, I don't think many people would mind if they just took longer to make it, so there'd be an extra little short chapter at the end. So I will definitely play the Little Nightmares 3 DLC, because I think there should be more Little Nightmares. That's one of the things where it's just like, there's never enough. It's one of the only games where I play it and it's just like, wow, it wasn't long enough. Literally, that's like my only complaint about Little Nightmares 1 as well. And I love Little Nightmares 1's DLC too, because bloody, I found it awesome. And bloody, I still thought it, even with the DLC, too short. Too damn short. Is there a boss here? I don't know. I might have already taken him out. It's like the boat guy. I don't know. I think I've already had him. Yes, that's why I gave the clergyman like 5 death fruit the other day, because I had so many. Yeah, in my opinion, Little Nightmares 3 needs DLC. Let's hope they're not like stupid expensive, you know. But yeah, but I also have other little nitpicks and complaints about Little Nightmares 3, which is just me being a bit petty when I do think about it. When I okay, with Reanimal though, that's a really good game. I thought of it on the level as Little Nightmares 2, if not maybe a little bit better, you know. Yeah, because it was just really good. There's so many cool monsters and bosses. So, in my opinion, like Little Nightmares 2, it doesn't really need a DLC. But as I've said, or at least I think I've said it already, I still want one anyway, because Reanimal is such a good game. And also, as I'm pretty sure I said before in my Little Nightmares series, right, I am so crap at figuring out the meaning behind stuff. It's just, I don't have a clue, and I'm never gonna have a clue, I think. Basilisks. Ugh. Nasty creatures. Hi, how you doing? But yeah. But, I don't know. I don't really get symbolism with games that well. I'm just... It's called being bad. You know? Because Resident Evil, I can understand things more because you can go around and read notes. And yeah, it's something I do kind of like about Resident Evil, right? Is because usually I've played Resident Evil 4 and 7 and 8 so many times, okay? And only now with like my more recent playthroughs have I been reading like some of the notes. You read it, it's just like, oh, that is so sad. Or you'll read something and it's just like, so they gave the baby to the what the hell was the prick's name? To Sadler. No, was it Sadler? I don't know. It was the loser prick at the end of RE4, and my theory is that that was the who they used to make the giant. And I bet there's a note that says exactly that. It's just I don't bother reading them, you know. Go away. But I've gone off track a bit. But where was I? Reanimal, it's really good, but there were sections of the game that I thought could have been longer. You know, that's my complaint about Little Nightmares in general, and it's just Reanimal included. Should have been longer. You'll hear that a lot when I talk about games like that. It should have been longer. It should have been longer. God. I think that the area with the seagull could have been lengthened just by a few minutes, you know, maybe give it like a little extra scene where you have to hide from it. Like when you're in Little Nightmares and you're hiding from the teacher or something, you know. That would be alright. Because that would have made sense to me. But for the Reanimal DLC, I'm not too certain what to expect. Because I wasn't really too certain what to expect in Reanimal, you know? Is there a trailer for the Reanimal DLC? I don't think there is. Is there a trailer for the Little Nightmares DLC? I don't know either. If there is, I probably haven't watched it, have I? But, ooh, Jesus. Bloody... What are you doing? Bullying people. Red pricks. Move. Okay, have a nice day. Oh, sod you then. Jesus. I was not expecting them to be that tough. I haven't played this game in forever. But, also another thing about Reanimal. I think the area with the mole should have been a bit longer, you know. Or maybe just, you know, the little trench area with the soldiers. Could have been more of that. Because, like, there was, like, some fat soldier that popped up for a second. And the first thought that came into my head is, we're going to have to fight him. But no. We get a few sad scenes with the soldiers. Shouldn't you be in Dark Souls 1? What the fuck do you think you're doing? I think I have your hammer in the box. Yeah. Anyway. Oh yeah, that helped. Okay, bye. Have a nice day, sir. Oh shit, there's jellyfish here. Look, I do think that, I don't know, maybe there could have been things that helped explain what was happening in Reanimal, so maybe just do... Well, with Reanimal, right, I don't know, it's hard for me to explain, because I don't know what the meaning behind anything that happens in the game is, because I'm just useless when it comes to that stuff, as I've said. But, I feel like I would like it explained a bit more, because I just didn't get it. Like the end scene where it's just a bunch of sheep and the well, it's just like, wow, yeah, the fuck does that mean? You know? Yeah, it's like, when I bet a pound on which horse was going to win, and I bet it on Twig, right? And the entire time my dad was like, oh, he's really close to the front, he's really close to the front, and the other was just like, yeah, I don't get it. I didn't know where the hell the bastard was. I don't think that really works with this, do it? No, it doesn't. Yeah. Okay. Um, Also with Reanimal, I don't know. I think Sniffer had quite a decent run, or at least I assume. He was an alright starting enemy. I was expecting you to be a lot stronger. If I had known you were that weak, I would have had you ages ago. But I also think that the area with the lamb, that was probably enough, to show off the big monster, because it's been alluding to the beast the entire game, like how Little Nightmares 1, every now and again, at the start you get the vision of the lady, you have the statues, and you get to see her going up the elevator. Wretched fools, who's here? There's someone up here apparently, I just saw a little dialogue thing. They'll never find me. Have I got my volume down? So there's someone here, isn't there? Oh. Is that you? Oof, wretched fools. Hehe, I'll survive, I swear it. I'll soon be back at Volcano Manor. Oh, piss off, you puffed up. God, what a loser. Okay, I feel like I'm getting a bit too caught up with Reanimal. Do I have anything else more to say? I don't know, because the seagull area and the mole area were the only two areas where I think it could have been more. Or at least I think that's what that monster that births the stone kids are supposed to be. And just the first time I fought the little stone kids, I was like, yeah, sorry, I gotta do this. Yeah, I don't know. I'm weird, I am. But, yeah, I think they could have been just a little bit more with a mole. It was an awesome enemy. It's like one of my favorite enemies for Reanimal. It's just, I think there could have been a bit more for him. But that's probably not going to happen in the DLC, So I'm not too sure. Oh no, I shouldn't have done that. The second I killed that thing, I just remembered all the damn lore for it. Sorry. Jesus. I hate that. Even with Bloodborne, right? There's like the little guy in the church, right? He was like, "Bring people to me, and I'll keep them safe," or something like that. And at the end, he went, he. And in my head, I'm thinking, this is a Souls game. He probably eats people. I didn't kill him right away. Okay, I broke open a few pots and saw that they were all full of bones. And I was like, yeah, this guy eats people, I mean, how was I not supposed to assume that, though? I do just assume the worst when it comes to Soulsborne. That's why you'd never trust a guy. It's why you'd never trust a guy called Patches. It's a shit name, and they're just untrustworthy people in general, innit? But I've had a side rant again, haven't I? God, it is ranting and raving with Jayden, so enjoy. Okay. But with the RE9 DLC, right? I've thought about it a little bit, okay? And I've been thinking, which characters should it be about, okay? Because I think with the RE9 DLC, right, it will very much depend on who we'll get to play as. So if I want to play RE9 is great. It's just, I do like some characters more than others. But they could do plenty with the RE9 DLC. I assume it's probably going to be Chris as the main character, okay? I doubt they're going to have anyone else other than Chris, It'd probably be a bit weird, I forget how loud that is. I don't know. But there could be so many other characters that they could use for RE9's DLC though. Like Rebecca from RE0, okay? We haven't seen her since Death Island, I believe. Or the other one where the guy tries to marry her because he looks like his dead wife or something stupid like that. But he... Yeah, that would be a good horror-based DLC. If action DLC, you could probably have Claire or Chris or Jill, because I don't think Claire is in that many Resident Evil games actually. But I don't know. I've only played 2. That's the only one where I've seen her. Literally. There's also other ones like Jill. I don't think Jill has popped up in Resident Evil since RE5, I believe. I don't know. But so that could be a good action DLC, you know. Or they could just bring a new character on, you know. Or they can do what they did for RE Village, you know, and they'll just have the girl all grown up and dealing with what Grace dealt with or something. Because... Oh, Millennium. It's off. Spiteful creature. Okay. I might want to nitpick this game a little bit. I think Melania should have been brought back by Mikula as like the DLC's final boss. It would have made more sense. I know, it's just I don't get why it's Radahn. I think I do get why it's Radahn. They had to make it so you couldn't block the DLC by having people fight one of the strongest bosses in the game. That is the first time I've ever gotten her to phase 2, by the way. This is the first time I've ever gotten her to phase 2. Anyway, what could happen with the RE9 DLC is, I don't know, there could be more Raccoon City, which I wouldn't mind, okay? Because, like, I don't know, I wouldn't mind if it was, say, like, a Chris DLC, like how there's the Lucas DLC where you play as Chris for 7. That's one of my favourite DLCs for 7, but I haven't played the Joe DLC yet. So, yeah. But... Wait. Hold on a second, she's asking me to wait. Can I help you? I know, but they'd have to have some new monsters as well, like in the DLC for 7, because they... What the hell is that? Ugh, you are a horrid creature, aren't you? Anyway, I think maybe... I don't know. I think the DLC for 9 should be a horror DLC, okay? Because for the main game in 9, right, the action parts are really good. Who doesn't love action parts of Resident Evil? It's some of the best parts. But there should be a lot of horror as well, you know? It's why I do prefer 7 over 8. But the reason I play 8 more is because, well, I've played 7 so many times to the point where it is literally just, How are you already this low on health? Usually my summons don't last half this long. I've never gotten this far into the fight, so I've never had any time to figure out these attacks, actually. Anyway, can I not hit? Something else they could probably do for, like, the RE9 DLC is probably, it could be a prequel thing, where you can play as Emily before she's blind and, like, what happened to her. Or imagine it's just you find out Chunk's backstory as well. You just get to see what happened to the poor bastard. Yeah. Au revoir, my lady. But that could be good. I don't know. I wasn't too much of a fan of the orphanage segment of RE9. I much preferred the orphanage segment in RE2. Okay. I mean, it's all dark. It's all really bad. Like, I'm not bad. I mean, like bad as in it's just like, ooh, it's scary, and I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying that it's like good. It's scary, and it's like kind of like a sickening kind of scary more than anything, you know. Yeah, I'm not very good at explaining things, am I? But yeah. But the thing is, I don't. These I will probably play out of all of them when these DLCs come out. I am probably gonna play the Reanimal one first, or if the Little Nightmares one is cheap, because it's just this. It's gonna be one chapter in summer and one chapter in winter, or I don't know. I think I've gotten that completely wrong. Yeah, definitely. But still, I think if those two chapters aren't very expensive, say like a few pound each, yeah, I'll probably play the Little Nightmares 3 one first. But if Reanimal DLC comes out first, it probably won't. But if that DLC comes out first, I'll probably have to get that one first. With the RE9 DLC, right? I don't know. I think I would have to like watch a little bit about it, you know. And again, I went into RE9 basically blind on my first playthrough. I got it the night it came out too, which was awesome. Okay. Okay. Happy birthday to me and bloody it was so terrifying. I am starting to kind of like having more of like a blindfolded view. What does that mean? I am starting to like not knowing what's going to happen next in a game. Because in the past, most games I've ever played, I know essentially everything that's going to happen and who we fight and who dies and who's going to betray you and all that blah 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 before even clicking purchase, you know, which isn't a good thing. I'm thinking that now, which I didn't think before. But I don't know. Mainly gonna depend. I probably could just buy all the DLCs if I wanted. I think I got plenty to spare. But yeah. But I think if the DLCs come out, it's gonna depend on order of which ones are gonna come out, obviously. But say if they all come out around the same time, right? I think I'll probably get the Little Nightmares and the Reanimal one first, you know? Because, I don't know. Just, I'm kind of hoping for Mercenaries for RE9 more than anything. Which I assume they'll probably bundle up with the main DLC, won't they? Yeah. I haven't done a Mercenaries video in a while, haven't I? I don't know. Has it been a while? I can't remember. I don't... Do I have anything else to say? Oh, shit! I thought there were spiders or something in here. No, we got weird scorpion spiders. Okay. Thanks for scaring me shitless, you twat. Jesus. Okay, well... Now you've heard my little rant. And there's also what I want to see in the DLCs as well. Because I think for the Little Nightmares DLC, I will want to see something like, you know, some new areas, obviously, but maybe revisit an older area. That's not an old area. Well, we could, though, isn't it? I don't think that they have to make tons of new enemies, because, in my opinion, right, something that could be really cool is that, say, there's like a chapter where Lo ends up in a hotel, and the main monster is the wax bellhop who was scrapped from Little Nightmares 1. That'd be awesome, don't you think? That would be cool. Yeah, but that's just a theory. A game theory. But, But there's also what other people say. I like the Mirror Man idea that he was supposed to be the original bad guy for it, but they just scrapped the poor bastard because I would assume time constraints or something like that. But as I've said before, I wouldn't mind if they just took a while longer in making the game, you know. But then people would be going like, "Oh, this game's taking forever. GTA 6 will be out first." Oh, piss off! God, you're just an awkward bastard. Something funny I've always thought is I really hope GTA 6 gets more delays. I genuinely hope that because I upset people to get. God, imagine how funny it'll be. It's like a day before it releases, and it's just like, sorry guys, we gotta have another delay. I think I'd see that and I'd laugh, you know. Plus, I'm not too much of a fan of GTA. I've completed it. I've only completed it once. It's one of like the first ever games I've probably played, you know. I completed RDR2 like 5 times before completing GTA once, though, and I'd been playing GTA for years at that point. But I don't know. I did kind of find some like the parts of GTA 5, the mundane, boring shit, just annoying. Because it's just like mop the floor for 20 minutes. Can you piss off? God, because to me that's just annoying. Like, is it Mafia 2, for example, right? There's when you go try working for Derek for this first time, right? He's like, load up the crates and we'll give you a fiver or something like that. I don't know. And bloody Vito will put one crate in and go, oh, I've had enough of this. I can't be bothered anymore. And for my second playthrough, I think I was like, I want to see what happens if I just put all the crates in. And after you put in like 6, I think, or something like that, the game just automatically goes, yeah, stop that, it's boring, you know. I think GTA should have done stuff like that, where it's just you only have to mop the floor once, but you don't have to mop it 50 damn times, you know, because that's just annoying, in my opinion. Why am I fighting turtle for? I sent a message today. Remember to pay your loans on time or you'll end up like your buddy Charles over there. Oh god. Oh, this isn't really relevant to the DLC thing, like most of what I've been saying, but do you know Mafia 1, right? The remake for it. Last time I played it, do you know when the game tells you to take Paulie to his house? Well, something funny, I thought, what if I took him to the ladies establishment? I'm still don't know which words I can and can't say on YouTube, you know. So I'm gonna refrain from saying some things because I don't know. I see shorts where people, like YouTube shorts, I mean, where people censor the word hell, and it's just like YouTube can't be that strict, can it? But yeah, I forgot what I was saying now. But yeah, it'd be alright. Yeah, you can take Paulie to the place. The game doesn't give you any like instructions to do so, but it's like an optional thing you can do. See the big sheep there, right? That was my first death for this DLC. The first thing that killed me in this DLC was a giant sheep, which is hilarious, don't you think? Yeah. God. The sheep in this DLC are so much deadlier than in the main game, because the sheep in the main game, they're just like there. They're just there. They don't do anything. They're just there. And the DLC is just like, ooh, they're scary. I don't want to bother them now. Did I just walk past you lot? What's up? I do love doing stuff like that. But, I don't know. With game DLCs, right? I do kind of like Dark Souls 1 DLC, which is essentially, go through a portal, and you are kill Manus in the past. This is the past, and you get to fight Artorias and a Manticore. It was the Sanctuary Guard the Manticore was called in there. Because to me, that monster was just a manticore. Okay. The Greek one, not the Persian one. If we got any mythology guys in the comments, you know. But yeah, tell us a Souls game that would have like the Persian manticore. That'd probably be like a scary enemy, doesn't it? And yeah, it'd be like a disgusting creature. I bet they'd probably have they have it as like the basilisk or something, or have it as the same power as the basilisk. But I don't know. For the Reanimal DLC, right? Because I see that I've gone quite off topic. I think what could happen is just we get a bit more lore and stuff. You know, that's essentially what I want because I didn't understand sod all. Because I'm just useless when it comes to stuff like that in games. What are these squirrel things? They are just giant squirrels or something. Oh shit, you're just an ugly bastard, you are. I forget some enemies will just follow you. But with Reanimal, right, we can hope to see new monsters and stuff. But I would hope with, like, new characters as well. You know, we're not playing as the same player as the girl and the mask boy and all their loser friends. Just like Bandage Boy, right? In my opinion, he was the smartest one. You know why? Because he took the longest to get eaten by that damn sheep. Okay, well, second longest if we're counting the other main character guy. Like the one I decided to play as and he gets killed. Yeah, it's always the characters I like the most that die in games. I do always hate that. It's just like, oh, I like this guy. I'm really, really liking this character. Oh no, Soleil's dead! What the fuck happened, mate? No, that's not how Soleil died. He went mad. He found, like, the sun maggot, yeah. Yeah. I just given a crap example for that, you know. I don't know. It's a little... what the hell was that? I'm not on about Little Nightmares anymore. For Reanimal, right, I think the DLC should just have more monsters and give us more lore and stuff, you know. But for the RE9 DLC, I think that just a new location, and the main character of the DLC should be a character that hasn't had much spotlight in the past. You know, why did I choose to come here? Yeah, I don't know why I picked this one, but yeah, RE9 I think should just be a new little location, maybe just. I don't know. I don't think we need to go back to Raccoon City again or anything, you know. I don't think we need to. It's just, yeah, it'd be nice, but it's just, we've seen it when the outbreak started. We've seen it after the outbreak is still is near its end phases where all the zombies are so screwed, you know. I don't think we need to see it again. So a new location would probably be nice, okay? What would be a good location for an RE9 DLC though? Because we've seen hospitals in RE games, okay? Like 3, for example. I haven't played 3, okay? And RE9, like half of it is in a hospital. We've had so many different laboratories and other crap like that. So I'm thinking they could probably lean to some of the sicker sides of Resident Evil, like with the orphanage, you know. But it'll be like a school where it'll take place like decades after the school is closed or something, right? The FBI are investigating something new, and and they checking out a school that doubled as an umbrella facility, and it could be like a boarding school where they tested all their viruses on the kids, like they did. How have I never noticed this before? Wrong button. God's sake. Yeah. There's just so much you can do. Erdtree bow. That's cool. New thing for the arsenal, isn't there? But there's... What the... How have I never seen that crap before? Anyway, um, there's just a lot you can do with Resident Evil, and how have I not noticed this either? Golden Order, Prince of Fear. Huh. But I'm a bit sidetracked now. Let's see if I can find that. I have no idea how you see those. Oh, it's here. It's here. Jesus. Um. Oh, there it is. Give to a learned cleric to acquire new incantations. There are clerics in this game? I don't know what the hell a cleric is. It's like a healing wizard or something in there. I can't remember. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed my ranting and raving and me getting sidetracked about 7 or 8 times. I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye, lovely people.